I didn't want it. I didn't want my wife. I'm sitting in counseling, staring at the therapist, and I'm like, I don't want my wife. Because I thought it was okay. I had this wonderful other person in my life that was meeting all of my needs and making it feel like it was the best thing ever, living my best life. But it was shit. All of it was shit because it was slowly falling apart. Every single piece of my life was crumbling piece by piece. To the place where I got fired from my job because of the affair inside the workplace. Because the house was getting ready to be lost. I had to go on COVID relief because my wife decided after I was in therapy for 6 months, EMDR, 5 months talk therapy, she then decided to leave and take my daughter and go out of state. And I didn't know when she was going to come back. All I know is she was gone. This is after being introduced to a guy that told me if I wanted to be a man, I had to stop lying. And I was still a liar. Sedating, I was hiding. Porn, other women, everything. But I knew the systems. I knew the thing that was supposed to make it all work. But I was coasting. I was hiding. In the system called the warrior's way. It wasn't showing up real. It wasn't showing up honest at all. And so in that place, as I sat there looking at the therapist saying, I don't want my wife, it's a piece that I didn't know, how do I actually get out of this? How do I change my thought process from the inside out when I actually look at my wife and I say, I don't really want her at all? How do I go from this fantasy of this amazing person that this is like my dream reality to then go back and say, no, I actually need to be with my wife? Couldn't figure it out. Then this process of learning the warrior's way and of actually getting back into doing the basic shit required, starting to change my frame of saying, hey, I can actually show up and work through stacking, rewiring my mindset, changing the actual pieces inside my brain that had been all skewed up, distorted by my own ideas, thoughts, and pleasures that I had no clue was leading me down a dark, dark pit. So I continued moving forward, actually diving into the rewiring process, changing who I was from the inside out. And it became something that was more than just a passing fantasy and a passing, like, this is a nice fad. It became something that started to actually go into my soul of like, this is how I have to live. This is how I have to live every single day. Rewiring my mindset from the inside out. Because if I don't, I know the monster I go back to being. The monster that yells over the balcony that my wife's a psycho bitch and my daughter downstairs bursts out crying, not because she knows the words, but because she senses the energy of me destroying our life. That's why what I do every single day of waking up and rewiring my mindset through stacking, through prayer, through meditation, isn't an option. It's not an addiction. It's who I have to be so that I don't live as the monster that I used to be. This past Christmas, we're sitting in the kitchen wrapping up some stuff after Christmas Day, and my wife looked at me and she said, you know what? 2023 was the best year that we've ever had in our entire marriage. Best year. And when I heard that for the first time, I was like, my mindset was kind of like, cool, you know? The next day I'm sitting with it and I'm going through same process every single day of stacking. And I'm sitting there and I'm typing it out, and all of a sudden the tears just start flowing. Because looking back at where I was versus where I am today, it's unbelievable. Being able to stand into a place where my wife knows that I'm connected with her every single day. We can have powerful conversations. We can have triggering moments where we actually solve this and we don't spiral out for weeks or days or even hours. We're able to solve stuff faster than what we've ever solved stuff before. Being able to spend time on a weekly basis, going out on date nights and going on trips and vacations, being able to have a connected time with my daughter. We're like, she's very vocal about it. She's like, Daddy's my favorite. Like, I get you, Mom. Like, you're great, but Dad's my favorite. And now I have the opportunity to be able to lead people out of some of the same shit that I was in. Being able to see lives that are actually liberated from the toxicity that they're stuck in, that they're trapped. Their mindset is so fucked up. They don't understand, how do I rewire my mindset to get out of the shit that I'm in? So being able to sit in the place of my wife saying, hey, 2023 was the best year that we've ever had is absolutely phenomenal. And something that in sitting with it, I'm like, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been waiting for so many years. I just didn't know how to access it. And I didn't know how to change my mindset to actually be able to go all in, to be able to accept the woman that she was, so I could start to rise to be the man that I am today.